attention, gotta grip it just right. I'ma show you how to handle it. You know how to squeeze it by the end of the night. I'ma show you how to handle it. You gotta know how to protect your life. Once you get it in your hands, you can take control. Take control. I'ma show you how to handle it. Pay attention, gotta grip it just right. I'ma show you how to handle it. You know how to squeeze it by the end of the night. I'ma show you how to handle it. You gotta know how to protect your life. Once you get it in your hands, you can take control. Take control. I'ma show you how to handle it.
It's a great day to shoot.
Pay attention,
And
gotta
listen,
grip
in the
it
event
just
that you miss,
right.
blame it on the wind.
I'ma show you how to handle it. You know how to squeeze it by the
You guys to another episode. It's gonna be a short one today, unfortunately. I gotta get to class, man. I got a class tonight out in Webster. Yeah, out in Webster. I got a busy weekend. I'm in Webster tonight. I'm in Katy tomorrow, and I'm in Beaumont on Sunday. So tomorrow, and I'm in Beaumont on Sunday. So feels like I'm driving all over the globe, right? Um, Couple things I want to discuss today. I want you to know that your firearm training is super important, guys. It's super, super important. And it's something that I feel like people don't take seriously enough. A lot of people just go and get a gun and they don't understand how quickly something can happen, how devastating these things can be, these results can be. And all this stuff happens in a blink of an eye. In a blink of an eye, these things happen. So what I want for people to do is to pay attention, man. Go out, seek the help, go get training. For about 2 years, I put out free classes. I had classes here in Galveston County for free. Now, the company that was backing those free classes, they're not pushing it as much because I couldn't get you guys to come out. And I would make posts and I would share it and I would talk to people and I would personally invite people to these free classes just because I wanted to get the education out there, man. And I hate to see some of the things that happens. I hate to see some of the things that people do. I wanted to be able to dispel some of the myths and some of the improper information that I see that happens on, I wouldn't say, I mean, yeah, basically a daily basis. Uh, I, I don't know, kind of sad at the same time, just because when I get reports like the one that I have today, it makes me feel away. I'm going to uh, put this stuff out here. I'm gonna let you guys check it out, and yeah, let's get to it. Let's just get into it, okay? Let me click a couple buttons here. Bear with me, okay? There we go. That's not how I want to do that. That's how I want to do that. All right, let's hit the play button.
Meantime, to some breaking news from overnight.
Investigators say that a 4-year-old girl is dead after getting a hold of a gun at her home. Deputies say it was on Champions Plaza right near FM 1960. This is the Willowbrook area. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter live for us from the Harris County Sheriff's Office with the very latest on how this happened. Courtney.
Yeah, good morning to you, Rita and Samika. The Sheriff's Office tells us that Precinct 4 was called out about the shooting around 11 o'clock last night. And they say when deputies got there, they found that a 4-year-old girl apparently had gone into a closet by herself and apparently had found a gun there and ended up shooting herself. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The Sheriff's Office says the little girl's mom and 10-year-old sibling were home at the time.
Firearm does belong to the mother. She owned the firearm, and she indicated that it was inside the closet. That's where it was stored at. That's how the child ended up finding it.
He went on to say it does not seem like the gun was secured. Earlier this year in Channelview, we reported on a 4-year-old who accidentally shot a 2-year-old after getting a hold of a visiting family friend's gun. According to court documents, the family friend, Santiago Canet, is charged with making a firearm accessible to a child and is due back in court next month. It's unclear so far if the mother in this most recent case will be charged. Reporting live downtown, Courtney Carpenter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
So unfortunately, that's the breaking news that we got today. And one of the things that they said on the thing was that it was unsure if the mother would be charged because of that happening. And I'm here to tell you that the mother will absolutely be charged. It's in the Texas Penal Code. Making a firearm accessible to a child is absolutely a crime. You cannot do that. And if you do that, you go to jail. Um, it's one of the things that a lot of times people don't necessarily understand what safe storage is, what that looks like, and how that can be prevented. A lot of this stuff can be prevented, but we, as the responsible gun owners, we have to make that a priority. Um, yes, Texas Penal Code, 4613, 46.13C. Making a firearm accessible to a child. It is a Class C misdemeanor unless that child shoots themselves or another person. Then it becomes a Class A misdemeanor, which is just under a felony. So mom is probably on the verge of looking at some jail time. I mean, maybe she'll get like some type of probation or something, but it looks like, yeah, she's definitely going to get some time for that. Um, it's just one of those things that's sad. If you buy these guns, hiding your gun is just not enough. Hiding your gun is not enough. Okay, kids find everything. I found all kind of things growing up as a kid. I mean, anything my mom bought for me and my siblings, I found it. I found things that I wish I didn't find in my mom's room. Okay. Uh, So I think to think that these kids can't and won't find these guns is delusion. It's delusion to think that these kids won't find these guns. Um, I think it speaks to a lot of different things, though. It speaks to not just the training of the parent, but teach your kids about firearms. If you don't know how to teach your kids about firearms, I do. This is what I do. I do this for a living. I teach kids about firearms for a living. Um, we have videos and things about that. How we have videos that you can access that teach you uh, how to address firearms with your children. People ask me all the time, like, "What's the youngest you teach?" And it's like, "Well, what exactly are we trying to teach them? You want me to teach your kid how to shoot? I teach them as soon as they can understand. But learning gun safety, at what age do you teach your kid not to stick their finger in the light socket? The same age that you teach that, it's never too early to teach them that, hey, we don't play with guns. Hey, this is not a toy. We have to teach that kind of stuff. And I think a lot of times people don't. People don't do that. And there are multiple different ways to put that into place, to put it in a way that uh can be inaccessible to children. One of the ways, let me see if I can find it. Give me a second, guys. One of the ways is a trigger lock. Okay. You can use a trigger lock. Let me see if I can put this stuff where I need it and make it. That's not what I want to do. I want to. No, do not start from the beginning. I want to make you bigger. Let's see. if I can get this up here. Here we go. All right, let's add that. All right, so um, this is one of the ways right here. Okay, this right here is a trigger lock. Uh, this one, this one's a trigger lock. This goes onto your trigger. That way you cannot. Now the problem the reason that I don't like these originally is because a lot of times people will try to put them on loaded firearms, and when they put them on those firearms, uh, they might accidentally negligently discharge it. So I don't love those. Um, but then you got these cable locks right here. These cable locks come with every single brand new gun that you purchase, right? And you can lock your gun up to where the cable lock will go through the ejection port and out the magazine well, and it will render your firearm inoperable. Okay, that gun cannot go into full battery. And um, if you don't have one of these, let's say you bought your gun used or bought it secondhand, you can go to like the VA, you can go to the police department, you can even go to like a fire department, and a lot of times they'll give you one of those for free. Okay, that's if you don't, because safe storage is that important. Okay, uh, but you should be definitely making your guns inaccessible. All right, because some people will say, "Oh well, why would I lock my gun up? How is it beneficial to me if I'm locking it up?" Right? If I'm locking my gun up, how is it beneficial? Well, I'm not saying you necessarily got to lock it up, but you need to make it inaccessible. You need to make it to where the only person that has access to that firearm is you or any other authorized person. Unauthorized people should not be able to reach your firearm. They should not be able to get a hold of your firearm. And I think a lot of times people act so very lackadaisical with their firearms. Um, in some of my classes, I tell people treat your gun like it's gold. Treat your gun like it's gold because it's currency, right? In this case, we're talking about a kid who found it, and unfortunately, that kid lost their life. 4 years old, lost their life because mom did not properly secure her firearm and properly store it to where the kid couldn't get a hold of it, which I hate. But people will steal your guns. I don't care what kind of gun you have. I don't care if you got the shittiest gun. People will steal it. They are currency. They should always be treated like currency. So just like you wouldn't leave your money just laying around, you wouldn't leave, a gold brick or $100,000. You wouldn't just leave that somewhere, leave it out. You wouldn't be so lackadaisical with that. I feel that you should do the same thing with your firearms. You should put your firearms in a way that it's only accessible to you. Uh, let's talk the Texas Penal Code some more here. Okay, I want to get a chance to add that. Couple other things. Uh, couple other ones. Here's another one for you guys. Let me bring that up for you. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's try to make it a little bigger. All right. Penal Code 4613B. It says making a firearm accessible to a child, right? A person commits an offense if a child gains access to a readily dischargeable firearm and the person with criminal negligence failed to secure the firearm or left the firearm in a place where they knew or should have known the child would have gained access. Okay, so let's talk about what that means. What that means is if you leave that firearm somewhere where you knew or should have known that the child would have gained access to it, like little Timmy here finding this gun over at mommy and daddy's nightstand, yes, or in this little, I don't know if that's a nightstand or like a, kind of looks like a, like an end table maybe. But if you leave it there, yes, you are liable for that. You are absolutely responsible for that. And I think a lot of times people don't take that into account. People don't take into account that kids will find these guns. And we see guns on TV, right? You go pew pew. We played with guns. I used to turn little sticks into guns all the time. I would do that. I would turn sticks into guns. Is it right? Absolutely not. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Absolutely not. But that's what I saw. That's what I saw on TV. Guns go pow. You shoot guns. So we have to put ourselves in situations where we don't do this. Right? But even this mom, how would she know that? How would she know that she's probably going to be charged with a crime? The funny thing is, they won't arrest her for 7 days. A lot of people don't know that. Let me find that law. Uh, that law is, I don't see it. Here it is. Uh, Penal Code 4613F. Right? It says a peace officer or other person may not arrest the actor before the 7th day after the date on which the offense is committed if the actor is a member of the family of the child who discharged the firearm, and B, the child in discharging the firearm caused a death or serious injury to the child. So because that was her daughter, they won't arrest her for 7 days. She'll get arrested next week. They won't arrest her this week. But she can pretty much bet that she's going to be brought up on charges. That's going to happen. Uh, let's talk about safe storage, right? What is safe storage? A lot of people think that safe storage is just um, hiding your gun, right? Keeping it in a gun, or locking your gun in a gun safe or gun cabinet, or keeping your gun separate from your ammunition, right? And here's the thing: those things they can be, but how, safe storage and restricting access involves more than just these basic steps. Okay, safe storage is a 24/7 responsibility. Okay, it goes beyond simply keeping your handgun locked up in your house. It's more than just using a safety storage device. It applies anywhere and anytime. Okay, it is not just merely hiding your gun. This is Safe storage is a learned behavior. Okay, it is a constant responsibility, and it can literally be the difference between life and death. It can literally be the difference between life and death, which we are seeing right here in real time. Okay, we are seeing this right here in real time. Uh, we need to think about it. Think about the places where we have our firearm. Consider who has access to your home, your car, or your office, right? That goes to your immediate family, your extended family, friends of the family. If you got kids, your kids' friends who come over, contractors that are coming in and out of your house. If you live in an apartment, maintenance people, okay? Child care providers, unintended persons. You need to consider all these people who will get access to your gun, people who will get access to your gun and then do something bad with it. People do not think about this stuff. And you need to think about these things for your home, your car, and if you work in an office or something like that, those things as well. Okay. At work, what are your physical storage options? Do you have a desk that you can lock, a locking desk, right? Do you have a gun safe or gun locks at work? Do you have locking drawers? Excuse me. Maybe an office. What type of job site do you work on? Right? Do you drive a company vehicle? What is the company policy of driving with that firearm in your vehicle? Some companies don't want you to drive with that in the vehicle. Some of them don't. What's your work attire? What do you wear? What are your job duties? Who do you work with that has access to your belongings? Right? Your coworkers. You work with your coworkers, the general public. Do you work with children? All these things need to be considered. And I feel like so many times these people do not consider these things. They just buy a gun and be like, oh, I got a gun. It is what it is. I saw a girl on my social media the other day. She like left her gun and somebody called, something like that. It was like, he tried to take off with my gun in the car. He tried to leave. And I'm like, why your gun wasn't on you? And I didn't make a comment, but I thought it. It's just like you got the wrong mindset. Being a gun owner is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. To be a responsible gun owner is to enter into a lifestyle of, hey, I'm prepared to protect myself, if need be. I'm prepared for that, and I'm ready to do that. A lot of times people aren't. A lot of times people don't put themselves in a situation where they can and or will. So I think a lot of times, because the people don't put themselves in that, they don't think about it until it's too late, until something happens. Okay. Um, Even when you go to hotels, one of the things that I tell my students all the time is, especially at hotels, do not, and I repeat, do not put your gun or store your gun in the hotel safe. Why? Why do I tell my students not to put their gun in the hotel safe? I'll tell you why. All right, because you guys aren't responding. Because the staff, in my mind, the staff and everybody on the staff has access. Anybody can open that. Anybody ever had something come up missing at a um, what do you call it? At a hotel? Was you able to get it back? If they take the little shit they take, you think they won't take your gun? It was locked in the safe. I'm the same way. I think a lot of times people don't think about even their cars, right? Their cars. Whether here in Houston, there's a couple places where it's valet only. All I can do is valet. I can't park my own car. So if I can't park my own car, I gotta give my keys to somebody else. You think I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna let you have access to my gun? No. I have locking compartments in my car. That, and I like my guns on me. When you go in, I think one of the things people don't think about is when you go to like get an oil change or get your car serviced. I say oil change because we do that every what, 3 to 6 months. So you go get an oil change. These people all in your car. You give them the keys. They drive into the bay. They all in your car. They in your glove box, pulling out your cabin filter. They vacuuming, right? They in every crevice of your car. They all up under it, all up under the seats. Come on, man. Make sure these people can't have access to your firearm. This is way bigger than just kids. Your handguns, your firearms should be secured from children, from visitors, friends, relatives, maintenance workers, people we expect, and people we don't expect. Okay? In short, everybody but you should not be able to access your firearm. And you have to put yourself in a situation to where that is your reality. Because that's how quick it was. Now this 10-year-old kid just lost their 4-year-old sibling. Now this mother just lost her child. I don't know what that feel like. I never lost a child. I imagine that it's painful. I imagine that it is probably one of the most painful things. I'm gonna be honest with you. If my heart goes out to her, because if I wasn't who I was and made sure that I taught my children gun safety with as many firearms as I had, this could have happened to me. This absolutely could have. I'm no better than anybody else. I became an instructor. I became an instructor because I knew that Black people needed representation. In total, I teach somewhere around 20 firearm classes a month. In a month, I might teach 20 firearm classes. I'm talking about full on, you know, come sit down classes. Now, you throw in the private lessons that I do, now we're talking a bunch. I do a bunch of private lessons as well. But just to sit down, in class, I teach about 20 per month. And do you guys know how many times people be like, man, I'm so glad like I came here and the instructor was black? I appreciate that because that's why I set out. I set out to be an instructor, to be a black instructor for black people, right? Now, I don't care what color you are if you come see me, right? I've had classes where ain't no black people in it. I've had plenty of classes like that. I had a few classes where everybody was black. But I originally became an instructor because I wanted to be a safe place where black people can go and get the information, get the knowledge, get the training in a space that from an instructor that looks like them, that comes from where they come from, that has dealt with the same things that they dealt with, and that can understand it from their perspective. This was intentional. I saw a need and said, "Hey, I'll do it." People have been telling me for years I should be an instructor. I had been told probably, let me see, I probably had been told I should be an instructor for for maybe 5, 6 years before I actually became an instructor. My Uncle Duke, right? God rest his soul. My Uncle Duke told me uh some years ago I was teaching him. He said he told me that you should be an instructor. I remember that. And I was just like, whatever, maybe. Nah. But when I finally did it, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I won't sit up here and bullshit you guys. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Hey, I don't want, I want you to come because I want to make the money." Yes, there's a version of this where I make the money, but I don't do this for the money. I have a business to run, absolutely. So, for some things, there's a cost. For some things, there's a schedule. Yes, that's how that goes. But do I do this so that I can make money? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to make money. No, I'm here to educate. I'm here to make sure that black, brown, and anybody have a safe place where they can come and ask the questions, get the knowledge, get the proper knowledge. Because so many people sit up here and be like, "Oh, my boyfriend gonna teach me." Your boyfriend don't know shit. He think he know. Your boyfriend know how to pull a trigger. Your boyfriend don't know how to teach. Your boyfriend probably couldn't pass my basic pistol class right now. Oh, well, he got a license. That's the shit that killed me. My basic pistol class is harder than the license to carry class. I will say that again. My basic pistol class is a harder shooting qualification than the license to carry class. And that's not by design. I didn't purposely make it harder. It's just to tell you that getting your license to carry is not a measure of if you can shoot well or not. It's not a measure of if you're, they pretty much, I'm gonna be honest with you, the state pretty much give those away. All you gotta do is go take the class. And if you could kind of shoot okay, you can pass. You only gotta pass it with a 70%. You gotta make a 70. A 70 was a D when I was in school. If you made a 70, that was a D. I hear that's a C now. But it was, yeah, it was 70 through 74 was a D, and then 75 through 79 was a C, and then 80 through 89 was a B, and then 90 to 100 was an A. So by the new standard, 70% is all you need to do to shoot. And you shoot at the biggest target. You shoot at a ginormous target. It's huge. I wish I could show it to y'all right now. Do I got one? The target bigger than me. It's hard to so when people come to me and they fail the shooting proficiency, I tell them, hey, why don't you book me for a private lesson? Book me for a private lesson. Let me train you. And I promise you, you can pass this test. I can make sure you pass it. It's not hard. People be like, oh, I want to take my license to carry, but I think I want to do some training first before I take it. And they'll come see me. And I say, well, what you want to know? You want to learn how to shoot, or you just want to learn how to pass this test? Because those mean two different things. Those literally mean two different things. Let's keep going. Let's talk about some different types of gun safes and gun locks. Okay. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Come on. That ain't it. Oh, damn it. Lost my place. But I'm gonna bring it right back up. Hold on, y'all. Gun safes and gun locks. Share my screen. All right. Got a couple of them right here. Okay. Yeah. So there's different ones. There's a giant safe right here. So this is a big safe. This one. All right. Those cable locks I was telling y'all about. They got life pods, things like this that you can use, right? These are more portable. Okay. You can put something like this. These are biometric. This one's biometric and it has a code. This one's also biometric and it has a code as well as a key. This is a trigger lock. This is a key trigger lock. So you can put this on your trigger and then it has a key. But these are just different types of devices that you can use to restrict access. Okay. Even in your car, here's like a little mount. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this as well as I can. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. But I've never used this. I have never used it, so I don't have any opinion on it. If I'm being honest, I thought it looked cool because I was like, oh man, it's like you can set it up in the car. Like that's cool. So I don't know how that works, how well it works, any of that stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I put that on there so that you guys could know what those things look like. Even if you have one of these devices, though, I want you to consider who else has the combination or code, right? Is the locking device affixed like this giant one, right? These things are heavy as hell, by the way. Or is it portable like my life pod that I have? Okay, all these things matter. Um, what else? I think that's it, man. I really feel like I touched on what I wanted to touch on as far as understanding um, safe storage and stuff like that. Um, if you guys have any questions, y'all can definitely reach out to me. Uh, you can Google me at Lion Pride Firearm Training. Uh, you can reach out to me on social media or reach out to me on all the social media platforms. You can call me, you can text me. I do this shit. I do all this because I give a shit. Okay, that's the whole reason that I do it. Take a class, man. Take the class so that you better understand what comes with having these firearms. These people ain't playing with y'all. Listen, I'm gonna look right in the camera when I say this. When September 1st, 2021, when the state said you don't need a license to carry, that was a setup. That was a setup for y'all because they knew they would make a bunch of money. That was never about the people. It was never about freedom to the people. That was Greg Abbott wanting to give Joe Biden a big F you. That's what that was all about. Okay. And I get it. It's cool. You know, he wanted to pull his nuts out. All right, do your thing. That ain't had nothing to do with us. But everybody sit up there and they say stuff like, you don't need a license in Texas. No, you don't. The requirement for a license has been removed. But there are so many benefits to getting a license. But before you get a license, go get the training. Learn how to properly use your gun. Learn tactics. All you're going to learn in a license to carry class is the laws that are associated with carrying a gun. We teach the laws that are associated. Where are you supposed to, if you don't want to go get a license, where are you supposed to get the the where are you supposed to get that information? Because ignorance is no excuse of the law. You don't, just because you didn't know it was a law doesn't mean you won't get fined. It's not how that goes. I want y'all to be cool, man. I want y'all to understand that there are people that are there for you. There are ways to better understand these firearms, not and what they can do and how they affect us. We have got to be better. We have absolutely got to be better. Okay. Um, I have been running my mouth for about 35 minutes now. Usually I try to make these go 45 minutes or longer. But like I stated in the beginning, I have to get going. I have to go teach a class. So I'm not gonna be on here for long today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who comes in and actually has the conversation with me. Shooting can be fun. We can have a lot of fun shooting. I have games and all kind of shit that we can play over there, sitting over there. I got stuff we can do. But before we have fun, we have to understand the safety. Safety first. It's always safety first. And when it comes to guns, when I say safety is paramount, it is absolutely the top of the pyramid. Nothing else matters before we understand and master safety. We have to understand the mindset. We have to understand the use of deadly force when it can be justified and when it can't be justified. That's something that I spend a lot of time trying to teach people as well. You know, I say it all. I say it every day. TV shows, books, movies, video games, all these things have given us a very unrealistic understanding of what self defense is and what can be justified. That there are people that are there for you. There are ways to better understand these firearms, not and what they can do and how they affect us. We have got to be better. We have absolutely got to be better. Okay. Um, I have been running my mouth for about 35 minutes now. Usually I try to make these go 45 minutes or longer. But like I stated in the beginning, I have to get going. I have to go teach a class. So I'm not gonna be on here for long today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who comes in and actually has the conversation with me. Shooting can be fun. We can have a lot of fun shooting. I have games and all kind of shit that we can play over there, sitting over there. I got stuff we can do. But before we have fun, we have to understand the safety. Safety first. It's always safety first. And when it comes to guns, when I say safety is paramount, it is absolutely the top of the pyramid. Nothing else matters before we understand and master safety. We have to understand the mindset. We have to understand the use of deadly force when it can be justified and when it can't be justified. That's something that I spend a lot of time trying to teach people as well. You know, I say it all. I say it every day. TV shows, books, movies, video games, all these things have given us a very unrealistic understanding of what self defense is and what can be justified. All of these things. I was just watching a movie I mean a show. I was watching a show the other day. I was watching Reacher. I love Reacher. All right. I love Reacher on I think it's Amazon Prime or something like that. I'm watching Reacher. And this dude killed like 3 people and then told one of the police officers that's working with him, like, oh yeah, I killed them and then dumped them in a trash bin or dumped them in a and she goes, he was like, it was self-defense. And she goes, are you sure it was self-defense? He was like, it was self-defense. What? And then they just went along about their day. I'm here to tell you now, you drop a body, you shoot somebody, it will not be a quiet, it was self-defense, and they just like, oh, okay, you're good. That's not how it works. Ever. It is perfectly legal to buy a gun. It's perfectly legal in the state of Texas to own a gun. It is legal to carry a gun in some places. It is under every circumstance illegal to shoot somebody. Somebody break into your house, it is illegal to shoot them. Right? The best you hope for is that they call it a justified taking of a life. They have to justify it. They don't say, oh, it was legal. They say, oh, it was justified in a court of law. That's still a gamble. It's a gamble that I personally I don't want to take. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm gambling with my freedom. That tickles me. And I think more often than not, people don't take the time to really realize how serious of a charge some of these things are. People ride around with their guns. Most of y'all don't even have a holster. You got a gun, but don't got a holster. Your gun needs to be in a holster. If you riding around and your gun not in the holster, you gonna get arrested. That's what James Harden went to jail for here in Houston just a couple months ago. Like 2 months ago, James Harden uh, went to jail, and I know this because the report came out at the same time. The report came out. I was doing my free LTC class. I don't know if y'all remember. A couple months back, I did a free LTC class, and I had just finished talking about using a holster and unlawful carry. And as I finished that, I put the class on a break. And while we're on break, I'm scrolling my phone, and sure enough, James Harden is on there. Got arrested the night before. And I say, you lying to me. He lived here for how many years? He's supposed to know better. But who teaches him? The information is there, guys. It's there. And here's the thing, you can learn a lot from Google. You really can. You can learn a lot from Google, but you can learn a lot from me too, and people like me. You ain't gotta come to me. You guys don't like me? You don't like my face? Okay, cool. Go see somebody, but vet them. Stop listening to your cousin, to your uncle. All right? If they don't do this for a living, don't listen to them. What the hell do they know? They telling you some shit they heard somebody else say. It's a setup, man. Tired of watching y'all go down for that type of shit. I'm really sick of it. I'm sick of watching y'all go down for some of the simplest of things. Come on, man. We better than this. All right. Now look here. I got classed in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, man. Y'all be cool, all right? Remember, don't fear the lion in the field. Be the lion in the field, okay? And to my parents, raise lions, not sheep. That's the thing today. Raise lions, not sheep. Teach your kids, okay? Be safe, be smart, stay your ass up out of trouble. Y'all be cool. Blessings to you. And Trigger Train, we out.
I'ma show you how to handle it. Pay attention, gotta grip it just right. I'ma show you how to handle it. You know how to squeeze it by the end of the night. I'ma show you how to handle it. You gotta know how to protect your life. Just you get it in your hands, you can take control. Take control. I'ma show you how to handle it. Pay attention, gotta grip it just right. I'ma show you how to handle it. You know how to squeeze it by the end of the night. I'ma show you how to handle it. You gotta know how to protect your life. Just you get it in your hands, you can take control. Take control. I'ma show you how to handle it.
It's a great day for
Pay
shooting.
attention,
And
gotta
listen,
grip
in the
it
event
just
that